Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to JWE Monday Night Jayromoda. We're here in Peoria, Illinois, where we're coming off the back of our impromptu summer break, and are back and ready for some more action. Tonight, our Queen of the Ring, Tenko Chabashira, takes the ring under the lights as she prepares herself for her next championship run in just 2 weeks' time as she takes on Yukari Takeba. Meanwhile, Shinjiro Aragaki begins to prepare for his title defense against Kanji Tatsumi with a match against Gundham Tanaka. Zenkichi is back as he continues to try to get himself out of the proverbial basement, and the Mech Femmes look to continue their dominance in the women's tag team scene with a win over the Twin Dragons. So get ready for another incredible night of action, because this is Jayromoda. And here we go, starting off our night. Introducing first is your men's Universal Champion. He is the leader of Torna. It is Jin. And some of you may have noticed that we have a new watermark on screen. I was just messing around a little bit. Kind of figure that the old one is a little bit invasive. Came up with that. Trying it out.
It's scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Acolytes from Pangea, weighing in at 254 pounds, the men's Impact Universal Champion, Jin.
Please let me know if you guys like it, don't like it, neutral towards it. We can always go back or update it if we need. Just, like I said, just trying it out. But anyway, Jin, looking to continue to be a dominant force in the division. Him and Nekomaru, with Eggman and Zenkichi still languishing down in the basement. And no, that is not a euphemism. And I always forget just how long his intro is, especially for the title. Roman, why do you have to have like such long walks? And next, introducing his opponent.
And his opponent from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 186 pounds.
He is your man, or not your man, what am I talking about? He's the Lone Wolf. Where did that come from? I have no idea. It's the Lone Wolf, Zenkichi Hasegawa. Guys, it's been over a week. I am out of practice. And here we go, both men ready, and refereeing's bell, they meet in the middle, and immediately tie each other up, collar and elbow. Trying to gain dominant position, Jin into a headlock. And now working on the arm. And now Zenkichi is slipping out to the back with a headlock of his own. Holding on. Despite being in the dominant position, probably not the one in control of this. As Jin slips out, rear waistlock of his own. Zenkichi wriggling around, trying to escape. And Jin making sure he goes down with a slam. Needs the jaw. And already hyping himself up. Springboard DDT. But Zenkichi with a cheap shot to the back of the leg. A Jin turning him around, another rear waist lock, a Russian leg sweep. Stomp to the wrist, turning Jin turning Zenkichi around. Look for the headlock. Zenkichi gets out of it, snap suplex. Sliding drop kick. Looking for the stomp, Jin back up to his feet. Turning Zenkichi around, Zenkichi with an elbow. Suplex. Zenkichi back into the ring. Immediately into Jin's grasp, sending him to the northwest corner. Turning him around, shot between the shoulders. Bouncing him off the ring, or off the turnbuckle. Suplex. And the cover, there's only going to be one. Jin middle rope. Diving axe handle drop to the top of the head. Zenkichi back up to his feet, clothesline. Catching Jin off guard. Rare moment of lowering his guard there from the leader of Torna. And now thought that was going to be a lone or a Wolfsbane powerbomb, but Jin slipping out. Zenkichi fighting back. Heading back into the ring. And a reversal. But Jin, is playtime over? No, Zenkichi slipping through, rolling through, going for the cover. Jin's going to kick out, but Zenkichi keeping the momentum neutral. Kick to the shoulder. Slipping out to the apron, heading up top. And a crossbody splash. Cover now. There's 1, 2. Jin kicks out. But on the back foot, standing moonsault. And a top rope 180 crossbody. Another. There's a shooting star press instead. No. That was a move. I'm confusing myself. Zenkichi kicking Jin away from him. Still with all of the momentum. Choke slam Russian leg sweep. And a running elbow, really feeling himself. Jin back up to his feet. Catching Zenkichi with the clotheslines, looking to drag him back down. And now just stomping down on his opponent. And are we looking for the RKO? Yes, we are. There's 1, 2. Zenkichi gets the shoulder up. Slam the head into the mat. Jin, 1 to end this now. And it's been a bit of a pattern, shall we say, where Jin not exactly in control for all of the match, yet somehow finding ways to come through. Will this be another? But Zenkichi chokeslam out of nowhere, middle of the ring, no rope breaks, going for the cover. 1, 2, Jin kicks out. But proverbially on the ropes. Wolf's Bane powerbomb incoming. No! Jin with a reversal. Up over Zenkichi with the reversal. Jin trying to recover to the outside, back in. Zenkichi, top rope. Not exactly the most brilliant plan. And now allowing Jin back into this match. Off the rope, back on. Jumping down, not entirely sure what the plan is. Well, Thez press. I guess the plan was a Thez press. Rolling Zenkichi around. Elbow to the knee. Split leg stomp. Both men trying to catch their breath. And now just shoving Zenkichi down. 1, 2, 3. But man, what a way to come back. Been away for a week and start off with that? Already looking better than last week. Or last time. Well, yeah, technically would be better than last week since there was nothing last week, but 2 weeks ago. Already looking better than 2 weeks ago.
here is your winner, Jin.
And not gonna say that that was a typical Jin match, but yeah, that was a typical Jin match. Can we please get one where you just have control from bell to bell? You're the champion for Architect's sake. Didn't know if I want to go with Architect, Zanza, or Adam. For Zanza's sake, you're the champion. Act like it. Yes, Klaus. There we go. For Klaus's sake. And for our first tag team match of the evening, introducing first, they are your women's tag team champions. Still, I have no idea how long it's been, but still.
On the way to the ring, the Women's Impact Tag Team Champions, Tia, the Lockhart, and Sandra, the Grinders.
It is Tifa Lockhart and Charla, the Mech Femmes. Yep, dominant is not even a strong enough word to describe them. Femme dominance is going to abhor fans. And their opponents making their way to into the ring with Rise Kujikawa. It is Yukiko Amagi and Chie Sadanaka, the Twin Dragons. Here we go, Charla, Yukiko first in the ring. Interesting. And here we go, ref rings the bell. They meet in the middle with Yukiko immediately beginning with a knife-edge chop, slap, double palms, and just a blitzing combo, nearly forcing Charla into her own corner before sending her in, towards Chie. Tagging Chie in, already looking for a tag team attack, not even 15 seconds into the match. And Chie with a jawbreaker. Stepping out onto the apron, back into the ring. Charlotte back up to her feet in a clothesline. And forcing Chie back up to her feet. Irish whip to the corner. Looking to tag in Tifa, but Chie seeing that coming, elbow getting her out. And instead sending Charlotte to the northeast. Turning her around. Sending her spearing into the ring post. Ricocheting off with a weirdly plastic thud. But Charlotte back on the offense, sweeping the leg. Just walking around. What is going on other than this game being broken? What else is new? And Charlotte slowly up top. Chie staring her down. Yeah. Roundhouse. Slam. Into the cover. Only one. Chie turning Charlotte around. Sweep of the leg. Stomp to the upper arm, to the tricep, I believe that is. I always get the... For some reason, I always think the tricep is like your lower, like your forearm. I know it's not. I know it's your upper arm, I'm pretty sure. Because your biceps, your inner, right? Your triceps, your outer. Anyway, Yukiko with an elbow to the shoulders. Getting Charlotte back up to her feet. Cross body. Absolutely sending her down. And a leg drop to the arm. Charlotte just absolutely needs to get to the corner and fast. Chie and Yukiko trying to prevent that as much as possible. Because as soon as she does, that will be most of their hard work. Just wiped clean like that as soon as Tifa enters the ring. Nearly 3 before Tifa could. Shot to the spine. And now Chie, northeast corner, lining up, diving elbow drop, connecting middle of the chest. Looking for the Enziguri, but Charlotte pushing that away. And now an Asuka lock, I believe that is. Chie pushing herself out. And continuing the offense with a clothesline to the back of the head, and finally Tifa getting some ring time. Irish whip. And Chie wrapping around, elbow to the orbital. And a double kick. Driving Tifa down, and already are we looking for a finisher. Tornado kick to the shoulder, but not expecting much. Tifa is very fresh. It's going to be 1 count. Tifa kicks out, but Charlotte entering the ring. Not really trusting her teammate as much as I did. And as a result, basically, I would say removing their advantage, but yeah, getting their illegal ring in for no return. Tifa up top now. Flying forearm sending Chie down. And now Tifa quick kicks to the chest, spinning back heel kick into the cover. And here comes Yukiko to break it up. See, that's how you do a breakup. Out of context, that sounds horrible. Looking for the spinning back heel kick, but Chie gets out of the way, double leg drop kick right to the chest. Neither team with a breakup now. Need to tag out to get that back. And Chie does, but here comes Rise out onto the apron, confusing everyone, including Yukiko, who's watching Rise as she hits a clothesline on Tifa. Yeah. Not entirely sure what the plan was there. Single leg drop kick. And that's going to be a tag. Interesting. And a surprise pin-up. Only going to be 1, but Charlotte looking to have a better time in the ring than her initial time. Wrapping Yukiko up, looking for the submission, but Yukiko's going to fight out. Chie looking for a bit of a double team. And Charlotte elbowing out. Looking for the drop kick, but Yukiko rolling out of the way, literally in the perfect time, frame perfect, and forcing Charlotte back up to her feet over the shoulder, and Charlotte slipping out into the cover. Only gonna be 1. Charlotte tags out, Tifa back in. And another submission attempt here. Triangle choke armbar. Or, yeah. Something like that. Leg triangle armbar? I think that, yeah. That sounds more accurate. And now Yukiko with an armbar. At this rate, we're going to have a win by submission. Because that's all they're trying to do. I don't hate that. I actually want more submissions, but we don't usually see these in tag teams. For various reasons. Now Charlotte just rolling back into the ring. I think Rise may have thrown her back into the ring for some reason. Going for the cover is Yukiko. And now Charlotte, I have no idea what's going on. I think Charlotte and Chie are fighting along the outside as Tifa kicks out just before 3. And what a surprise. We have completely just broken this match. Yep, Chie and Charlotte are having their own little fight along the outside until the steel steps now go Charlotte's. Yukiko. Okay, now Chie back onto the apron like nothing happened. And Yukiko, what exactly are you doing? Setting Tifa up along the western ropes. Stomp to the chest. Going for the cover. Charlotte nowhere to be seen. There's a 1, 2, and Tifa will not kick out. Not entirely sure if that was luck, planned, or what from Chie. If she forgot that the match was still going on and just decided to brawl Charlotte, I have no idea. But giving Yukiko just enough time. And by just enough time, I mean like plenty of time. Because Charlotte was nowhere close to even breaking that up. I have no idea why I said just enough time, but well, apparently the Mech Femmes can be beat, just not in championship matches. Well, they can also be beat then, but not definitively. Now, is it because they have the best Navi in the franchise in their corner? I wouldn't put it past it. I wouldn't put it past Rise being a help, but something actually happened. I'm surprised. And for our second tag team matchup of the evening, introducing first, it is Mondo Wada and Kiyotaka Ishimaru, your men's tag team champions, the Ultimate Brotherhood.
The Brotherhood.
And their opponents looking to do what their female counterparts did last match. Making their way to the ring with Kanji Tatsumi, or should I say King Kanji Tatsumi. It is Yu Narukami and Yosuke Hanamura, Brosona. Here we go, Taka, Narukami, first in the ring. And here we go. Ref rings a bell. In the middle with Yu immediately begin with a knife-edge chop, a headbutt, and a stomp to the thigh. Forcing forcing Taka back into his feet. Slamming him down with a, slam, and now tagging in Hanamura. Hanamura with an Irish whip diving underneath. Ishimaru on the run, and there's a head scissor toss from Hanamura. Moonsault connecting, kind of looked a bit more like a face plant to the chest, but if it works, it works. And a moonsault off the apron connects. And work on the arm. Snap DDT along the outside, or a satellite DDT, rather. Referee at 5. And are we seriously going to have this explosive of a start to just have this match end in a count out? Into the corner goes Hanamura. And yeah, that's going to be an immediate count out because we can't have nice things, apparently. I am sorry for the disappointment. But that's what happens when you head to the outside with absolutely no plan of getting back into the ring. Hanamura had many chances and just refused. Ishimaru taking full advantage, and Mondo, stop acting like you did anything. You just stood on the ring, you just stood on the apron and gave moral support. One of the matches of all time. Welcome back to this game. And starting off our second half of matches for the evening. Introducing first, in this triple threat match, she is the undying one from the underground, Undyne, who has had better seasons, certainly, than the one she's having now. I'm gonna say about that. And for her opponents, introducing first, she's the ultimate martial artist, Sakura Ogami. And last but certainly not least,
From the future,
she is the intergalactic bounty hunter herself, Samus Aran. And here go all three women ready. Ref rings bell, and Samus watching on as Undyne and Sakura go after each other. And there's a neck breaker from Sakura, but here comes Samus. Undyne with a grapple from behind. Picking up the bounty hunter. And a power bomb down, but here comes Sakura just watching on, sending Undyne over the top rope before going after Samus, but Samus there with a satellite DDT. And Undyne back into the ring. Samus rolling Sakura onto her back. Undyne looking for the kick. Nothing happening. No, uppercuts to the stomach right underneath the chest. And now Sakura with a ground and pound. Samus rolling Undyne around. Double team on the ground, basically. And did I just hit bars? I think I might have. Toss into the corner. Undyne look for the leg sweep, but Samus nowhere close. And Sakura with a Russian leg sweep. Double team against the underdog. Face first into the canvas. Sakura going for the pin. Sam is going to break that up while she was trying to go underneath the ring for a weapon. And now just kind of standing over Undyne, finally a little bit of an attack. Allowing Undyne back to her feet. Head, scissor, elbow. And a roundhouse from Samus. Heading to the outside, heading underneath the ring. Kendo stick as Undyne elbowing out of Sakura's grapple, and now just slamming the kendo stick into into Samus' stomach. Sakura with a clothesline, but here comes Samus trying to kick. Nothing going on, now just watching on, breaking that up. And into the corner. Samus throwing Undyne down, stomping on the upper arm. Undyne tossing Sakura into the corner. Now going after Samus, throwing her to the other corner. And a 180 moonsault splash from Samus before going after Undyne. There's 1, 2, nope. Undyne to the outside. Going underneath the ring as Sakura stomping down on Samus. Undyne with the baseball bat. Because, of course. Looking like the fish girl version of Majima. Sentence I never thought I would say. Now Samus middle rope, top rope on the moonsault. Going for the pin, but Sakura's going to break that up immediately. And now Sakura. The side slam immediately broken up by Undyne. And Undyne working on the knee. And questions have been posed to Undyne, like maybe moving down to the cruiserweight division, not down necessarily, but moving over to the cruiserweight division to try to get her fight back. Undyne completely disagreeing, saying absolutely not. She belongs here in the Universal Division, and she will fight in the Universal Division, whether she does well or not, and that's going to be a 2 count. Samus kicking out just before 3. Samus middle rope and Undyne sending her down. Drop kick to the knee, but Sakura gets out of the way. Undyne back up to her feet. Morph ball neck breaker incoming. And going for the cover is Undyne underneath the ring, looking for a weapon. There's 2. Undyne breaking up just before 3, now going after Samus. As Sakura trying to recover. Back to her feet. Undyne with a baseball bat again, but Sakura sweeping the leg. Split leg stomp to the stomach. Samus with another kendo stick. Going after both opponents, shoving Undyne down, going for the cover. There's 1, 2, Undyne kicking out. DDT from the middle rope. Samus not immediately going for the pin, instead with a baseball bat shot first before going for the cover, but allowing Undyne back up to her feet, back into the ring and breaking it up. Uppercuts to the stomach. Ogami back up to her feet. Another side slam into the cover, but Samus is going to break that up. Basically 0 for 2 on finisher attempts from Sakura. Just twisting the arm. Kicks to the stomach, throwing Undyne down, going after Samus. Into the corner. And now, triangle choke, looking for the submission, and yes. Sakura forcing Undyne to tap out to take home the triple threat. And yeah, in my opinion, that mostly looked like, oh, let's just beat up the girl who has one win this year.
Here is your winner, Sandra O'Grady.
And is the Sakura Championship run back on? It's looking more real by the match. And for our penultimate matchup of the evening, introducing first is your men's cruiserweight champion,
Scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, weighing in at 161 pounds, the men's Impact Cruiserweight Champion,
it is Shinjiro Aragaki. And his opponent,
from the pits of hell, weighing in at 163 pounds, a demon, Goodmanson Tanaka.
it is the Dark Lord of Destruction, Gundham Tanaka. The leader of the 4 Dark Devas of Destruction. And former men's cruiserweight champion, and I think a Nexus champion? But those don't matter. The Slayer of Mechanical Beasts. I've never played Danganronpa 2, that probably doesn't make sense. If you've never played Danganronpa 2, nothing that I'm saying is making sense. Anyway. Ah man, 2x2 being delayed till next year. Do I play Danganronpa on the channel? I know I did V3, but like, until the first, trial, and then couldn't go any further than that because of the stupid blocking thing. Do I get some? That'd be interesting. Anyway, ref rings his bell. Start off this match and Gundam immediately with a drop kick. Actually, I say that a couple of years ago, back in university, I had one of my one of my roommates start the Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Got to like the end of the first day and didn't make it any further than that. Gundham stomping down on the shoulder. Stomping down on the hand. And now walking Shinjiro to the southern ropes. Picking him up, slamming him face first into the top. And now Gundham look for the senton, but just not getting enough distance. And the ground and pound. Staring his opponent down. Tying him back up, Irish whip. And slamming him down. Gundham going for the pin. Only gonna be one. But giving absolutely no room to Shinjiro. Stomping down on the upper arm. And has Shinji even had a second of offense this match? Well, now he has. Kick to the chest. Up. Over walking Gundham into a powerbomb. And a stump leg puller. Powerbomb into the pin. There's two. Gundham kicks out. And Gundham slipping out. Irish whip tossing him, diving underneath. Scoop slam. And again, just throwing Shinjiro down. Going for the cover next to the ropes. Only going to be two. But Shinjiro completely on the back foot right now. And the demonic kick incoming. Into the cover. Into the night. No. Shinjiro kicks out. That would have been such a cool call to end the match on as well, and if I do it again, it will be lame. Shinjiro using the ropes to get back up to his feet. Gundham with an elbow right to the lower back. And there's 1, 2, and finally 3. Shinjiro getting his championship belt back, and here comes Kanji. King Kanji Tatsumi. Mr. King of the Ring. Staring down the champion he will be taking on at Summer Smackdown. And hopefully Shinjiro will put up a better match than he did tonight. when it comes to Kanji versus Shinji for the belt. We can only hope. We can absolutely only hope. And now for our main event of the evening.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making her way to the ring from Nagano, Japan, Tenko Chabashira.
Introducing first. She is the ultimate Aikido master. It is your queen of the ring, Tenko Chabashira. And her opponent, representing Seas.
And her opponent from Japan, Tanaka.
It is Yukari Takeba. And here we go. Ref rings the bell to meet in the middle. And Tenko immediately beginning with a series of kicks into a clothesline. Stomping down on Yukari. Stomping down on the arm. Elbows to the side of the head. And a stomp to the upper arm. And now locking up collar and elbow. Yukari trying to get something going, but Tenko is throwing her down. Before slipping to the back. And a suplex, because it's Tenko. What do you expect? And some more slams, rolling Yukari onto her stomach. And a knee to the face. Now scrambling middle rope, diving knee to the chest. Yukari slipping out, clothesline, trying to get some offense going finally, and does with a double foot stomp, forcing Tenko back up to her feet, knife edge chop. And a scorpion kick. But Tenko on the offense again with that reversal. Forcing Yukari up, throwing her down, because again, this is Tenko, what do you expect? Yukari kicking out of the corner. Tenko elbowing out. Tenko throwing Yukari down, kick to the chest. Into the cover. Only going to be one. Yukari kicking out. And now Tenko top rope elbow drop, but Yukari rolling out of the way just in time. And a slap. Sure. Trying to get Tenko back up to her feet. Kind of does. Irish whip and a little bit too eager on the launch. And allowing Tenko to come back with some more clotheslines, a sweep of the leg. And Chabashira looking extremely comfortable. Into the cover after, I believe that's an Exploderplex, and there's two, but Yukari kicks out. Tenko walking Yukari to the northeast, or northeast, yep. And Yukari elbowing out, face plant. And into the cover, there's one and only one. And now Yukari spearing Tenko off the apron. Trying to shift momentum back. And a spear, suicide crossbody. And here we go up top. Stomp. And back into the ring we go. Cover. One. And Tenko kicks out. And now Yukari standing over Tenko, throwing her down. Crossface armbar. Will we see another tap out? Holding on for dear life, and Tenko barely breaking it. Here comes Yukari walking Tenko to the northeast. Knife edge chop sending her down, but Tenko with a reversal getting out. Turning Yukari around. Yukari slipping out to the back before another suplex comes in, and now another crossface armbar. Holding on again, pulling back, and again Tenko rolling out. Slamming Yukari down. Only going to be one. This late in the match, a one count is incredible. Irish whip, arm drag, cover, not going for the pin, or submission instead going for the pin, and there's gonna be three. Yukari Takeba putting Tenko Chabashira away. Who had that on their bingo cards for tonight? Nothing against Yukari, but like, considering that she lost to the girl who Tenko beat to make her way to the final to beat Uni, you would expect that if A beats B, B beats C, C beats A, but or A beats C, whatever. But no. Yukari, one hell of a match, especially after that start. Completely stalling off the line. And what do I always say? It's not how you begin a match, it's how you end it. Perfect example right here. And with that, I'd like to thank God for joining us here tonight and hope to see you on Wednesday for Wing Crest and Friday night for Eclipse as we continue to get ready for our Summer Smackdown event in just a few weeks' time. But until then, we are signing out from Peoria, Illinois. See ya.